Hi, it's Rockin' Robin Lane for Rat TV, and we are here at the Starland Ballroom, the Rats pre-summer meltdown with headliners Adelitas Way. We have Rick DeJesus, Mr. DeJesus. You pronounce it DeJesus, right? I love it because I hear people say DeJesus, and then our label friends over at your label say Rick DeJesus. I said, that's fantastic. Don't, you know what, with the Jesus, you know, the Big Lebowski. Yeah, baby.
I played baseball, and when I used to hit from that movie, they'd be like, nobody messes with the Jesus. Nobody.
Fantastic. Love that film.
In there, you know what I mean? The other words are replaced. So.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid that. So you guys are based in Vegas, but you're a Philly guy. How did you wind up in Vegas?
Las Vegas is beautiful. You know, it's kind of like you think about doing the LA thing, you know what I mean? But I quite didn't. I made it out there for a little bit, and Vegas ended up being a place I fell in love with. I love Philadelphia. I love the East Coast, and it feels great to be home, but definitely, you know, Las Vegas, I'm proud of both places, you know?
Oh, you know, we've been playing you since, like, it was '09 when Invincible came out, and we've been playing that tune Invincible, and I was kind of wondering, how long were you guys together trying to make it before radio started grabbing onto Adelitas?
You know, our first demo came out in 2005, and you know, our first radio song, I think, came out in 2009, so you know, a lot of it is just doing the groundwork and being a real band. You know what I mean? You got to work hard, and you got to do a lot of little things to see the big picture. And you know, every step we take is a step towards growing. And you got to start at the bottom. You know, we have, and we've really, you know, we always say it, we're more like a punk rock band, man. You know, we've played hundreds and hundreds of shows. We've toured the entire country for years, and you know, we do it with the bare necessities, and the only thing we make sure is always there is, you know, destroying the show. So that's the thing that we try to bring to every show. You know, we don't need to pull up and, you know, flying in jets and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We just want to pull our amps up on there and crush it.
So now we have the newer album. It came out a year ago, Homeschool Valedictorian. Where did that title come from?
Oh, man, you know, it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing with the band. You know, it's an inside joke with us. You know, we had in the earlier stages of this band, which hopefully, you know, we remember, because it brings us, you know, makes you really, what's the word I'm looking for? Makes you appreciate what we have right now. But I'd like to forget those days, because, you know, there was a kid in our band who was just impossible to be around. And, you know, he was a homeschooled kid, and his parents were always, you know, involved in our business and his business, and you know, it was just a tongue-in-cheek thing from the band, you know, kind of little, you know, he ended up deceiving the band like big time, and we ended up kicking him out because he was a shady cat. And you know, Homeschool Valedictorian is just a thing for us. You know, we laugh about it, and it's funny.
One of our favorite songs, Sick. I mean, we still get tons of requests for that song, the first single released. And, you know, so many people can relate to that. I can relate to that. The guy across the room can relate to that. Your band obviously can relate to it. How long did it take the band to carve out the sound you were aiming for, and who outside the band was most influential in helping you?
You know, I think it takes a minute to find yourself as artists. And I think we really didn't find ourselves till the second album. I think the first album is a great start for us. And I think it's a lot of learning, you know, and a lot of honesty, you know, like you don't know what you're doing, and you write honest songs that are very, very meaningful to you, and that's all you try to come across, you know. And then as you tour the country, and you're with your band, and you live together, and we're best friends, so it's like you find what you want to do, and you find the mark you want to make on music. And right now we've really taken a great step towards finding what we do, and it's always relating to the people and making the best music possible. You know, we like to throw down, and we have a lot of great stuff to come. And I think, you know, this record we found ourselves. You know, and it's going to get better from here.
What do you remember from early on in your days? The first fan encounter, or perhaps the first fan letter? Do you remember the first fan letter?
Look, at the end of the day, you know, when those things start popping in, you know, you really feel like things are starting to work, you know what I mean? And yeah, I remember the first fan, I mean, I got a couple crazy fan letters sent to my house, which I don't know how anyone got that address, but, you know, the coolest one was I went to my parents' house to visit after our first album, you know, it came out, and my parents had like this 20-page letter, like, oh, somebody sent this, and it was a really nice letter, you know. It was like, you know, it wasn't over the top. It was like, hey, I want to let you know, you know, I bought your album, and you know, this song changed me up. It changed me for the better, and you know, I was, you know, the big ones always touch me. Is there's a song called "Brother" on our first record, and it's about my brother who's addicted to drugs, and I think a lot of people go through hard addictions and hard times in their life, or someone that has that, and that's what this person wrote about, and you know, it makes me feel honored that someone listened to the lyrics and it was able to help them or change them. And you know, I know it sounds crazy, but I mean, if I could change one person's life for the better with a song, I've done my job, and we just so happen to be able to change a lot, you know.
It doesn't sound crazy because I just interviewed Kaz from Red Light King, and his record is about trials and tribulations and him just pulling himself up by his bootstraps and, you know, getting it right and moving forward. And I asked him, I said, has anyone ever come up to you and said that your songs have changed their life, that it made them take a different direction if they were going through a downward spiral? So there's nothing crazy about what you just said. What about collaborations? Do you like collaborating with other people?
I mean, sometimes, you know what I mean? I think in the collaborations, you do a lot of, you know, you do a lot of the work anyway. You know, when I collaborate with other people that aren't my band, you know, like, it ends up being, you know, yeah, there are some people that you know, obviously inspire ideas from you. And I've worked with some great people, you know, Dave Bassett being one of them. And he's our producer on this record, Homeschool Valedictorian. And, you know, Dave is a very creative guy, and I think he really helps us push the creativity end of it and really brings the best out of us. And I think the number one thing that Dave brings is the vibe, man. Our band vibe is very laid back, very, you know, very, you know, we're artists, you know what I'm saying? We don't try to force anything or push anything, and Dave gives you that home. Dave gives you that, you know, when you're in Malibu recording an album with him, it's very, very, you know, natural and relaxed, and we're just having a good time. I remember looking out and you see the ocean, and it was no stress-free, but at the end of the day, you know, my favorite people to collaborate, obviously, are the band. You know what I mean? When we get together, I think that's when the most magic happens, and you know, that's when we write the songs that I feel always touch me the most. And I don't know, I love the vibe. I love sitting down and jamming with these guys. Yeah,
Dave's very in demand, and I hear such great things about him, not just from you, but others, the guys in Shinedown as well. So you guys are going to be on the Uproar Tour later this year with Shinedown and Godsmack and Stained and a whole lot of other bands. We're hoping for an Art Center show. You don't have an inside track whether you're going to be coming to Homedale, New Jersey, do you?
I got a couple inside tracks. I just got to take a little look at the inside schedule. You know what I mean? You know, it's really, really exciting to be a part of Uproar. You know, I think this year has been a big leap for us, because now we've taken the leap to the main stage, and you know, at all the festivals we're on the main stage now, and now we're playing with I mean, literally the lineup on this Uproar, you know, us, Papa Roach, Stained, Godsmack, Shinedown, you know, we're bringing our A game, and we have to, because it's an honor to share the stage with every one of those bands. But I'll tell you this, you know, we're coming to start this up. You know, we're coming to get this going, and we're coming to cause a ruckus, you know, and we're going to.
We're looking forward to it. We just haven't heard where it's coming in our neck of the woods, so we're hoping that. I think it might too. What's the biggest crowd you ever performed in front of?
Man, I don't want to exaggerate the numbers, so let me bring an outside source into this.
Yeah, guys, what do you think?
I'd say 65,000, but we did it for like a week straight. So really, we played in front of like 300,000 people in 5 days. You know what I mean? Like, we played Rockfest, Carolina Rebellion. You know, we played all these huge festivals. What was it? Rock on the Range. I mean, and it's an honor. And like I said, we started out on all these things on the very first stage, or on like the baby stages, and then we came to the second stage, and then we went, you know, now finally after you know, guerrilla warfare and touring and you know, doing what we do, which is staying after and meeting every one of our fans after every show and taking pictures and making sure they leave with a great experience and taking care of the kids. And after all that, you know, here we are. You know, we're up on the main stage, and on this Uproar Tour, we're gonna take everything. You know, I feel on these festivals, we've taken a big leap towards our show, and on Uproar Festival, we're going to the next level, and you're going to see something you've never seen from us before. You know, we're going to up the production, we're going to up everything, and you know, I'm telling you right now, man, we're the real deal, and if you don't know it yet, you'll find out.
I tell you, it's nice to see you guys earn your stripes and earn your way up the ladder, working real hard, and we really love playing your music on the Rat, and our audience really digs it too. We're looking forward to seeing you tonight here at the Starland Ballroom. It is our pre-summer meltdown. Rick DeJesus from Adelitas Way and the boys from Adelitas Way. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Yeah, get in the camera shot. Rockin' Robin Lane for Rat TV.